The fun was short-lived. Jordan and crew were making an 85-mile trip between Italy and Sardinia when at the time, 20-knot storm turned into a 70-knot storm that had waves that crested almost 35 feet. The Nadine took on the storm quite well, holding its own for a few hours until the storm slowly started to chip away at the yacht. Among the first items to be lost to the storm was the 30-foot tender. After being beaten by the waves, the lines towing the boat finally gave way and the $100,000 toy was gone. The Nadine was slowly creeping through the storm at 3 or 4 knots when a massive wave smashed the foredeck, breaking it apart like nothing, leaving a 3 by 4 foot hole open to be filled by the next wave and the waves after that. At that point, the Nadine was taking on water and being torn apart by the violent Mediterranean. About an hour after the foredeck had been destroyed, one of the 18-foot jet boats that had been strapped to the deck came loose and smashed through the dining room windows. The Nadine's bow was now nearly underwater, and water was rushing through the dining room into the middle of the yacht. Water made its way through the salon and into some of the staterooms. At that point, Mark Elliott knew the Nadine was severely crippled and used a satellite phone to contact the Italian Coast Guard. Mark then met with the passengers and crew, told them the situation, and slowly, one by one, they all went to their rooms to collect passports and anything of value that was small enough to fit into a bag. When the Italian Coast Guard got the call, they immediately sent out a rescue helicopter. They even sent out a large, slower, but dependable rescue boat with other larger ships on standby. 30 minutes after Mark made the call, the rescue helicopter showed up to attempt to airlift passengers out. The helicopter lowered down a rescue diver, but between the dark, the violent storm, and the rolling waves, the diver wasn't able to make contact. The diver himself actually was almost lost after crashing into the crane in other parts of the yacht. He was eventually lifted back up, and the helicopter was forced to take off.